Alright, so this is sex with me. All I need is one word.
Valentine's Day.
Kill.
Cheese.
Alcoholism.
Alcoholism. Sex with me is like alcoholism. My mother loves it. That was my point. Yes.
Sex with me is like alcoholism. You don't realize you're having it until you wake up in a gutter one day.
Like alcoholism, there's at least like 12 steps before it's over. And there are steps along the way.
Sex with me is like alcoholism. It ruins families.
Sex with me is like alcoholism. There's bound to be a bruised and battered kids afterwards.
Yes.
Sex with me is like alcoholism if you get pregnant.
Saying what?
Like alcoholism. At times it requires intervention.
Yes. Another word.
Valentine's Day.
Beer. We'll go with Valentine's Day. Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. A midget will try and shoot you in the ass with an arrow.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. Really depressing because I'm single. I'm just kidding. I really don't care to be single.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. With some glue and macaroni, even your mom will be happy.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. Lots of red.
First you.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. Once a year and always ever right.
Now you.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. Lots of red. Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. Some people have dinner to celebrate it. Other people drink until it's over.
It's like Valentine's Day. My favorite memories of it are from elementary school.
Sex with me is like Valentine's Day. In elementary school, I had to give one to everyone.
Another word.
Black History Month.
Yes.
Tarantula. Tarantula.
Sex with me is like ranch.
Duct tape. Duct tape. Duct tape. Duct tape.
Sex with me is like duct tape. Sex with me is like duct tape. There's usually a hostage involved.
Sex with me is like duct tape. You gotta use your teeth to get it off.
Sex with me is like duct tape.
Sex with me is like duct tape. Has a huge indie teen following.
Sex with me is like duct tape. My dad uses it for everything.
Yes.
Duct tape. You can find it in any convenience store.
Sex with me is like duct tape. It really will leave a sticker residue.
Sex with me is like duct tape. It used to be a fad.
Sex for me is like duct tape. Mythbusters that made a show about it.
Sex with me is like duct tape. It fixes anything. Anything.
Sex with me is like duct tape. If MacGyver used duct tape.
Yeah.
Can you make a pocket pussy with it?
I don't know what you have to do, Jim.
Okay.
Sex with me is like duct tape. It hurts like a bitch to get me off.
Another word.
Uganda.
Ground beef.
Uganda.
Sex with me is like ground beef.
I'll put it in your taco.
Sex with me is like ground beef. Needs to be refrigerated.
Sex with me is like ground beef. There's still speculation if Taco Bell is actually using the real thing.
Yeah.
Sex with me is like ground beef. We can have it tomorrow night too.
Nobody?
Another word. Sex with me is like ground beef. People who prefer higher quality stuff go elsewhere.
Sex with me is like ground beef. There's a bad joke written about it.
Sex with me is like ground beef. It has to be brown before you eat it.
a vegetarian.
Sex with me is like ground beef, because I'll eat that shit raw.
I'd like to point out that the class is being very nervous about all these awkward ones that we're throwing out there. That's the point of this.
Yellow. Pubic hair. Yellow.
It has dots.
Porcupine.
Broadway musicals.
Broadway musicals. Sex with me is like Broadway musicals. Lots of glitter.
Sex with me is like Broadway musicals. Only gay men care about it.
Sex with me is like Broadway musicals. This weekend you will be able to find 3,000 high school kids talking about it.
Sex with me is like Broadway musical. Everyone has AIDS.
It's like Broadway musicals. There's always a score.
Sex with me is like Broadway musicals. They're both the Great White Way.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. There might be puppets involved.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. Hair.
We do it in the dark.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. Really overpriced unless you're a student.
She really does have good rates.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. Don't do it unless you're prepared to have a lot of people watch.
He puts on a good show.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. You expect great things, but you mostly just laugh.
Forcing my trucks to fit all the equipment.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. I break in a song.
Sex with me is like a Broadway musical. Not many people like it when Cats is around.
Sex with me is like Broadway musical. It takes a lot of people to produce it.
Another word. One last word.
Cats.
Scooby-Doo. Scooby-Doo.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. There's usually a ghost, some kids, and a dog involved.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. You're either going to have Don Knotts or the Harlem Globetrotters.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. I'm extremely hungry afterwards. Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo, and I would have gotten away with it if it wasn't for me.
Nobody likes me because I'm scrappy.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. Mr. Crabtree.
Scooby-Doo. A lot happens in the mystery van.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. There's always something red and hairy.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. I'll always have my stone friend tagging along.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. Your parents love to watch it.
So do your kids.
Whatever.
You'll get a Scooby snack at the end.
Sex with me is like
You see my van?
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. There's usually an attractive girl and her lesser attractive friend.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. It's discontinued.
Sex with me is like Scooby-Doo. The cartoon was much better than the live-action version.
All right, folks. I'm tired. That was Ocean Theater. Good night,